is a beautiful day here in Prospect Bay, Nova Scotia. I'm spending this weekend with my family, my grandparents, in an Airbnb. We're celebrating my grandparents' joint 80th birthday for both of them, kind of bundled up together. And I'm just taking some time to relax. They've got a beautiful sauna here, right on the ocean for cold plunges. There's a hot tub. I've just been chilling out, drinking coffee, reading, and it just kind of like made me think about something that I was thinking about a few weeks ago and I actually wrote down in my notes. And this is the whole idea of don't negotiate with yourself. I'm gonna have to record this quick because I just looked up the operating temperatures for the DJI Osmo Mini, and it's like 0 to 45 degrees Celsius, and I'm at like 47 in here. We cranked it up to like 62 degrees Celsius, which is like 140 something degrees Fahrenheit. So we had it high yesterday. I'm gonna crank it once I'm done recording this, but I'm gonna get it off quick, so hopefully I don't break this thing. But the reason I thought about that and why it came to my mind is because like I've been absolutely just giving it my all every single day, and it's allowed me to like show up here with like just fully able to relax, knowing I've handled business, knowing I've been giving as much effort as I possibly can. I've like set down a vision for myself, a plan for myself, and I haven't deviated from that at all. I've been executing exactly how I want to, no matter how I feel. And so if I didn't do that, say there were days where I was planning to get up at 4:30 and instead I ended up sleeping in till 6 a.m., went to the gym a little behind schedule, went to the office, didn't handle the business stuff that I needed to do, I wouldn't have this same kind of feeling of like accomplishment. I'd have this low level sense of like anxiety or unfinished business because I gave in. And I find like this can happen a lot. Like I can feel it like sneaking into my head. Like say you have like goals or a plan or just something set out for yourself. As soon as you feel yourself starting to negotiate with yourself, like maybe thinking that like a certain goal you set doesn't make sense. Maybe it wasn't super rational. Maybe you're thinking about pushing back a wake-up time because you ended up staying up later than you had expected. As soon as these thoughts enter your mind, you just have to immediately cut them out. Negotiating with yourself, making excuses, deviating from the plan when you know it's what you should be doing, it all compounds and it really just like dulls your edge and kills your momentum. Like they may seem like such small things in the moment, but they just seep out like poison into the rest of your life. And on the flip side, if you don't give in to that negotiating with yourself, if you stick to the plan that you set out and what you said you're going to do, that also compounds and builds a great sense of momentum and confidence in yourself that you're able to take forward into everything. And with this confidence, like you can trust yourself, and that's really powerful. You know that if you say you're going to do something, that you're actually going to follow through and do it. And just that right there, that's a big mental win in the game of life right there that you're able to take forward into your life. And that gives you a huge, huge edge. Yeah, just something I've been thinking about. I'm very grateful for the decisions I made because sometimes like I do go back and forth and I start like the negotiations with myself, like they make sense sometimes. I'm like, you know what, it is later, I'm gonna get 5.5 hours of sleep, 6 hours of sleep, and I probably should get 8 hours if I want to function at my best. But then like, I heard Alex Hormozi, I don't watch that many of Alex Hormozi's videos, but one came up and I did watch it. He's got a lot of good advice. People hate on him a lot, like you can take what you want from people. And he talked about optimizers versus maximizers. And so sometimes things will kind of like slip into my head where it's like, oh, this isn't gonna be optimal. I'm not gonna be able to perform at my best during the day. But if I'm sacrificing a whole 2-hour morning work session on my business so that I feel better while I'm at the office, and then I'm tired when I get home regardless, did I really maximize? Maybe I was optimal for that portion where I was working, but over the whole time of the day, I've missed almost an entire day. Well, it is a day when you're working on something on the side, a day of work on what I'm trying to keep pushing forward and snowballing every single day. So you just need to trust what your clear thinking self, your past self has thought and laid out for you because you've thought things through, and don't give in to your weaker self when you're tired, hungry, stressed, overwhelmed. Just stick to the plan because it's worth it. And it's crazy looking back and seeing how things compound and just having that sense of satisfaction of yourself, knowing that you've like done the work and didn't give in and did the hard work every single day, especially when you didn't want to. Whew. I should probably cut this soon. It's starting to heat up here. I cranked the thing down, but we're all the way up to 50, and I know the camera isn't supposed to handle that. Swig of my Element electrolytes. Gotta stay hydrated. It's gonna be a sweat fest in here after this. But one thing that's helped me too, I've always been pretty good at the not negotiating, but I do go through, everyone goes through phases where you're just rocking it out, and then sometimes your negotiations win. Maybe they make sense, it's a great argument, and then you give in, and then it kind of snowballs. With Monk, the platform that I made for setting your direction and committing to it and defining the habits and daily actions you're going to take every single day to get there, I've been using that every day, and just being able to see my goals very clearly, the things that I have thought about and deliberated on, my past self, in moments of clarity, and define as this is my direction, this is what I want to do. And then also the daily actions that I know are going to get me into the right mental state, the right physical state, and just build the momentum that I need. Seeing that there every single day, it really kills any bit of negotiation that you can have with yourself. Say you do even give in, you go into the app again, you're like, fuck, I just killed all my streaks, I had all this momentum in there, I see my goals and I know I'm not living up to those. It's really good for keeping you accountable and building that momentum. So I've been using that, and it honestly has made a huge, huge difference for me. And yeah, and again, even just building that was a great example of not negotiating with yourself, because that was just a little side project for me. I have a full-time job. My main priority is my startup, Sway, which for those of you who might be new to the channel, we're building biosensor-enabled glasses that measure your brainwaves, your heart rhythms, and your eye movements to help people experience more flow in life and less burnout. Kind of like a Whoop or an Oura Ring, but for your brain. So that's what we're building, and that's my main focus. But while our mechanical and electrical guys were very heavy on the hardware, me on the software and data and product side of things, there wasn't a lot for me to do. I would just spin my tires and work on random stuff that we don't know if users actually want. So instead, I diverted my energy to build Monk. And so I'd be working on that, I'd get momentum, and then I'd be like, what am I doing? I could be doing something for Sway, I could be doing whatever, why am I working on this other thing? And I ended up just pushing through and sticking with it, and now I have this asset that I'm able to use every day that actually serves me. And it's something I'm so happy I did that. I can look back on that and be like, wow, through the uncertainty, I just listened to myself and what I knew I really wanted to do. I didn't give in to my inner bitch, and I got it done. And now I'm able to use that, my friends are able to use that, and I'm able to move forward and just have that much more. That's just another notch on the belt. It's stacking wins, stacking confidence. And now my work with Sway is better, more effective, more energetic and streamlined than ever, just because I was able to build that momentum and build that confidence. So I will leave it here today. I'm starting to sweat. That means my camera is going to be too hot. But yeah, don't negotiate with yourself. Set a direction, stick to it, constantly reflect on that direction so you know what you're doing and why you're doing it. And just don't make excuses. My camera finally overheated, but the final thought I was leaving off with was set a direction for yourself, stick with it, constantly reflect on that direction so you know what you're doing and why you're doing it and what it means to you, and just understand that the more you don't negotiate with yourself, the more consistency you have, you continue to execute, the more momentum and confidence you're going to build. And that goes so far. That's it. That's everything that you need to really accomplish something in your life that you want. It's just staying clear on your direction, staying consistent, and giving your all and seeing what happens over time. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you in the next one.